I will say, regards to all the Tomcats, the fan base. F-14 fans are
Yeah.
annoying. I know you love your F-14. I'm sick of it. Like, oh, they retired it too early. I'm like, okay, it served its purpose.
You retired too early? Tell that to the maintainers.
Where would you rank this Eurofighter?
I don't like them. I hate them.
Right to the point. You want to put him in D tier? Tell me about the Fulcrum.
He's a good boy. I love him.
So cool.
Just a little bit of head scratches behind the
Just
ear.
a little bit of head scratches behind the ear.
He's a good boy, but he's unfortunately the forgotten son.
In this video, some friends and I are going to make a lot of airplane nerds mad in the easiest way possible. A tier list video. If you're not familiar with a tier list, it's a fun way of expressing your opinions towards ideas and things within a given theme visually by placing icons representing those things on a cleverly layered table. This table goes from the top down, from S tier being the highest of opinions to D tier or F tier being the lowest of opinions. My friends and I decided to omit an F tier initially, because we believe that what we will be ranking today is so generally cool that nothing deserves the loaded title of being in the F tier slot. So what are we ranking today? Fighter jets are awesome. I think most of us can agree. As a fellow YouTuber whom I wish to meet someday once said, war is bad, planes are rad, and fighter jets are rad as heck. There are too many fighter jets to cover in all of their short existence of roughly 80 years, so we will be covering a specific era of fighter jet evolution known as the 4th generation. Fighter jets are separated into generations by the aviation community to broadly classify them by their characteristics and their approximate time of adoption. There are 5 agreed-upon fighter jet generations. First-generation jets came around during World War II with their revolutionary, albeit underpowered power plants, hard-hitting guns, and tedious development. The second generation defined fighter jet combat in the Korean War with far more powerful engines, an intentional shift towards swept-wing designs, introduction of radar and computers, and introduction of the afterburner and air-to-air missiles towards the latter end. The third generation was defined by the use of fighters in multi-layered patterns like the high-low strategy, and integration into complex air defense systems, introduction of semi-active radar missiles, sweeping introduction of computer-aimed air-to-ground ordnance, broad introduction of flight computers and identify friend or foe, IFF, night vision and forward-looking infrared, or FLIR, longer airframe lifespan, and higher performance in transonic and supersonic regimes. The 4th generation, which we will be discussing today, is defined by a clear intention in design for a given role or multiple role mission sets. Introduction of active radar homing missiles, advanced semi-active radar homing and IR missiles, data link and target handoff, introduction of the gold standard of fly-by-wire, more powerful, capable radars, heads-up displays or HUDs, streamlined cockpit design, and multifunction displays, and ease of upgrade integration of weapons and systems to keep pace with the changing landscape of technology and war. The 5th generation is the most modern fighter jets, like the F-22 Raptor, F-35 Lightning II, Sukhoi 57 Felon, and J-20 Weilong, characterized by, ideally, low radar cross-sections, advanced weapons, modern sensors and multi-mode radars, and ability for supercruise. These lay out of the scope of this video, so let's get to the rankings. Joining me in this daunting task of ranking as many 4th generation fighter jets as I could were some friends of mine. Say hi to Gearjammer.
Hello.
Jingo.
Yo.
And Marcus.
Hey.
Let's get to it. Alright, so this is my list. Actually, no, my list will be the second one. Let's start with you, Jammer. So, the Gripens. Let's talk about the Saab Gripens. So, Saab Gripen is an important 4th gen fighter that has been made by Sweden, and specifically by Saab Aerospace. And the Gripen is kind of the alternative to the F-16 in the free world. So, Jammer, where would you put the Gripen, A and C?
I mean, I like the Gripen. I love Saab, but out of all of the 4th gen options, he's not my favorite.
That's understandable.
I would say probably B. He's good, but he's not my favorite.
Alright, and for me, I am rather partial to the Gripen. So I'm kind of put him in A tier. There's a better Gripen variant that I'm more privy to, but I do like the Gripen, so he's going in A tier for me for now. Jingo, buddy, what are your thoughts on the Gripen?
D tier.
See? Bro's deliberate about
They
it.
can't manufacture his own engines, so
Oh.
they can't sell them.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Mm.
Some geopolitics in there for a reason why, but it's interesting. So, Marcus, buddy, where would you rank the Gripen?
Let's say B tier.
B is in Bravo?
Yeah, I'm a little partial to it, but not too partial to it.
All right. Now, Eurofighter, the EF-2000. So I think this is the one operated by Spain, Germany, and Italy, if I might be correct.
Spain, Germany, Italy, Qatar.
So this is without the pirate IRST.
I believe so. I forget.
Bit of a benefit of a doubt there. If we're wrong, yell at us in the comments. Where would you rank this Eurofighter?
I don't like him. I hate him.
Right to the point. You want to put him in D tier?
Yeah.
You Eurofighter. I'm gonna censor that. Probably with a Bert or something. So, where I also kind of hate the Eurofighter. I think it looks like
It's
it looks like the
should've
YE2.
been.
It looks like what the MiG-23 was going to be, and I honestly think that thing looks better. So I'm going to also put him in D tier. I do not care for the Eurofighter. Jingo. Eurofighter.
B tier.
Above the Gripen. Okay.
Yeah,
Interesting.
because they actually manufacture their parts.
That's a fair argument. But, they have to split up the manufacturing around, like 5 nations?
Yeah.
Which is, that's
Yeah.
interesting. I'll give them that.
And
Yes,
two
I
of the
saw that.
five have already just went, yeah, no, we're not doing this anymore.
Buy F-35.
Literally.
I was going to say had a good run, but literally not that long of a run. Marcus, Eurofighter.
I mean, it looks kind of weird. I say C tier, but like low C tier, so when I put later C tier things, put that below everything else.
All right. Now, Tomcat, the OG, the first 4th gen fighter. Where would you put one of the smartest airplanes of its era?
Probably A tier. The Tomcat is... Well, the Tomcat. I mean, there's... At the time of its creation, there was nothing like it.
Yeah.
The computing power, the armament...
The Phoenix
The engine's
was
cough.
incredible. Like the Phoenix alone in the AUG-9, which at the time it was a proven radar. I mean, it had already seen ample testing in the YF-12 and I think the F-6D Missileer. The F-6D Missileer. It's a good missile. Good radar system. So yeah, I'm also...
I love Big Stick Missile. It's great.
For me, I like the Tomcat. Probably not as much as I like the Gripen. Just because I'm a sucker for Swedish stuff. But the Tomcat is right on his tail. Jingo. Tomcat.
I want to say B tier, but like very, very high B tier.
So, Eurofighter, learn your place. You're cool,
Yes.
but not Tomcat cool.
You're cool, you're not Tomcat cool.
Marcus.
How many movies have been made about the Eurofighter?
That's
None?
what I thought! I mean, we got Top Gun Maverick, we got Final Countdown, we got several. All right, Marcus, Tomcat.
I say low A tier.
That's deserved.
It's got a reputation from an engineering standpoint. I just love its whole radar computer. It was like one of the first, like, I forget the term, but it was like,
A flying weapons system, I guess.
yes,
Kind of like
Yes,
the
flying
F-106 and the F-102, but for the Navy.
yeah.
Still mostly classified.
Yeah, that's the crazy
Mhm.
part. Now, the Persian one, the cat from Iran, from Persia, the Persian cat. Where are you putting?
S tier. Sigils are freaking funny as hell. The idea of strapping a Mem 23 hawk to a tomcat and then saying, so we don't have enough, phoenixes to go around. How about we just strap a SAM to it and make it work? And also to test it, we're gonna drop it in a ditch and hope it doesn't blow up.
That sounds right.
It's great. I love it.
So for me, I also think it's really freaking cool, and it kind of got me introduced to the whole world of Middle Eastern aviation, and made me realize just how fascinating it is. But for the heart of me, I'm struggling to rate it too distant from its American roots. And I also I'm hesitant to rank it above the Griffin, but I will. He is high A tier. He does not break S tier for me.
Necessity is the mother of invention, and it is a master class in that.
Yes, because once you lose all that American tech, you think, okay, how do we fill this gap that we need desperately? Because you have the Iran-Iraq war right around the corner.
Not even just the tech, the infrastructure was also sabotaged when we left.
Yeah. So there's a whole, like the story around it alone is so incredible.
The Persian
I
cats
might
are some
put
of
it
my
up in S
favorite
tier.
aviation stories.
I might put it in S tier. We will see. Jingo, Persian cat.
I cannot put it in S tier, but I will put it in A tier for the sole reason of how they took the Hawk missile, slapped a 750-pound warhead, and called it a day.
It's so funny.
The Falcors are also equally funny. They're
Yeah.
they're having a hard time producing them, but like it's so funny.
We need not talk about the Yasser and the Sigil. Yasser's funny.
It's again, necessity is the mother of creation, but like it's such a funny plane. There's so many good stories. It's just it would feel wrong for me to not put it in S.
All right, Marcus, Persian cat.
I say put it above the F-14A for me.
All right.
It's really just the same reasoning of it's just they made solutions to their problems for this aircraft, and that's just really neat.
Nice. Now, I'm also going to try to pick up the pace because we have a lot of jets to go through. The bomb cat. Jammer. Where would you put the bomb cat?
It's under the A, but also kind of there at the same place. It's kind of tied. I mean, I like them both about the same, but it fixes a lot of the engine issues. Particularly, the not working part.
Yeah. They replaced them with GE 110s. Is that correct?
I believe it's either 100s or 110s.
Because I think it was like an original Pratt Whitney engine that was the one that gave it a lot of trouble. Because it wasn't just the engines; it was the intakes, from what I remember. Because it worked fine on the aardvark. It was the intake structure.
Well, it didn't work fine on the aardvark, but it worked better.
It worked better because it was designed with.
There's a reason why
planes are designed around the engine. When a plane is not designed around an engine, you have problems, especially if it's an
The problem is
engine.
this plane was designed around the computer, and the computer did not like the engines.
We'll get to a plane designed around an engine that itself kind of didn't work. I'm sorry, spoilers. Bombcat for me, tied with the Griffin. I love the new engines. I'm a sucker for air to ground, so I really like what the Bombcat was able to do. Stories of Bombcats over Desert Storm are pretty awesome. I like it more than the A, but the A is kind of like apples and oranges at this point because the Bombcat was at this point taking up more combat air patrol and multi-role roles rather than the original fleet air defense fighter. Jingo.
I will say one of the big things that makes me like the A more is the schemes. The paints on the A were freaking awesome.
Yeah. Okay, Bombcat, Jingo.
I'm going to have to put him above the A model just
So,
because it fits
still B tier though?
better issues. Still B tier.
All right.
It's not Iranian funny stuff. It's not a Super Tomcat. It's not a 15, not an 18. It's just there.
Yeah, and I will say, regards to all the Tomcats, they are held back by two things. My trauma from War Thunder and the fan base. F-14 fans are
Yeah.
annoying. Like I watch.
Congress seem
like,
to think the
okay,
same way. Anyway,
And I watch a lot of great YouTubers who are former F-14 jockeys. You know, you have Mover, you have Ward Carroll. I know you love your F-14. I'm sick of it. My generation grew up with nothing but Tomcats. Like, oh, they retired it too early. I'm like, okay, it served its purpose. We're moving on.
you retired too early. Tell that to the maintainers.
Yeah. I mean, say what you want about Dick Cheney for his meddling in it, but that was not a bad move. That was not a bad move. I will give him credit. Retiring the Tomcat saved like a lot of people from jumping off the side of the carrier. Marcus.
I will say the SD-21 would have been hilarious, though.
That would be funny. Marcus, Bombcat.
Put it just behind the Sandcat for me.
All right. Bombcat's neat. Now,
Sneak.
the funniest, if you're not including the Iranian Tomcat. F-14D. Ace Combat Darling.
Before the A. It is the silliest of goobers that isn't an export.
Yeah, he's pretty funny. I mean,
The
minus the AMRAM of it all, its avionics are incredible.
I mean, we don't talk about how they were planning on integrating it, but it was too expensive.
For an already exorbitant plane, like adjusting for inflation, I think the F-35 is cheaper.
It is. You can buy like I think 4 or 5, 6. You can buy like 4 or 5, 16. You can buy 4 or 5 16s for the price of a single Tomcat.
The humble Super Hornet with gunslingers.
I mean, we don't have a need for the Phoenix anymore. Might as well just Phoenix 2 Electric Boogaloo and just sling that.
Yeah, but F-14D is really cool. I will also say that I do like the Bombcat for being the 90s era Tomcat, and it's tied with the D for me, for the 90s and the 2000s Tomcat. For me, they're tied. A tier for me is getting pretty crowded. These Tomcats might move down to clear space, but we will see.
I just realized something.
Yes.
You forgot to swap the images for the B and D.
Oh, whoopsie daisy. I thought I did.
You switched the Iranian one, but not the others.
I could have sworn I did.
Welcome to technical
I think we all have
difficulties.
imaginations here.
I thought I did. It looks like I made it. That there was a boo-boo. Moving on.
Like
No harm, no
Claire.
foul. They'll watch the video and people will hear us. More engagement. Jingo, F-14D.
I would say up with the Iranian one. It fixed a lot of the problems with both the other ones. He's very silly.
Tomcat perfected. Meanwhile, the Tomcats still have their engine issues
Well-
in Iran anyway.
As perfected as a flawed concept can be.
Yeah.
Now
I mean,
that
for the
will
first
bring
fourth gen.
engagement.
Oh, yeah. that
Why do you think I said it?
will. Marcus.
I love the Tomcat,
F-14D.
but jeez.
F-14D. Where are you putting it?
So they put it next to the B.
Nice. Now, Eagle. I recognize that the F-15A is pretty awesome. I hesitate to put it above the Tomcats or above the Gripen.
I do too. I would say it's definitely
It's better
before
than the
Gripen.
Eurofighter.
It's definitely better than the Eurofighter.
So is it top of B or bottom of A?
But that I'd say either front or back B.
All right, so top
One of the
B for
two.
now.
We'll figure that out later.
We'll figure it out. For me, dog, I do not care for the F-15A. I mean, the Sparrows and Sidewinders combination, the successor to the F-4E Phantom, I love the audio of it running circles around an F-5. I don't care for it. There are cooler F-15s. I don't care for the F-15A. And also, the pretentiousness of not a pound for air-to-ground. As an air-to-ground guy, I will not forget that.
Well, you gotta remember, he was made to replace the Phantom in the air-to-air role.
Yeah. But
He was.
when does that ever
That was
last?
the 16's job to do air-to-ground.
We didn't learn our lesson when building the F-104.
Well,
It
it
ended up
lasted
becoming
pretty
air-to-ground.
good. You can just ask the Russians.
Yeah, true. Scared the pants off of them. Jingo, F-15A.
It depends on the time period. If it's like Air National Guard, like way late 80s or like early 90s, when they were just starting to move over to Cs, I would have put it in C. But if we're talking like when it first came out, it has to go in B tier for me.
So is it going above the F-14s or?
Its capabilities as a fighter, I would say it's above the Eurofighter.
All right, Marcus, F-15.
For the F-15A, I say low B tier.
All right,
I've just got more favorite F-15 variants.
same here. We'll start getting
I think
to
we
them
all do.
with the F-15C. For its Desert Storm, Yugoslavia, and late Air National Guard upgrade variants, I like it. But
The C
Jim,
model is just the definition of air dominance. I mean, you can't go wrong with a C model. I'm sad that they're all going away, but
I mean, we got one in the Smithsonian,
They're-
particularly
they're-
Rico Rodriguez, and that makes me very happy. Like, Chicanos represent.
yeah. I mean, the image we have for this one is Gulf Spirit, which I love the story of that plane as well.
Florida Man F-15.
I'd say probably before the 14A.
So not quite F-14D,
The-
but up there.
They're about the same.
All right.
The Charlie is just great.
For me, I also do like the Charlie quite a lot. I like it a little more than the F-14A, but the F-14B beats it out barely. And in the meantime, I might move the F-14A down to B tier just because of how flawed it is. Talk about a difficult development. We'll get to aircraft with other difficult developments that I may or may not give a pass, but for the F-14, because it was so front and center, I'll move it down. Jingo, F-15C.
Up in A tier. I love him.
Above or
I
behind
also
the D?
want to above the D. I also want to put the F-15A behind the D. I just remembered that it was used to defend New York after 9/11.
Yep.
Was the first plane up. So
And of course, the ASAT is freaking hilarious.
Yeah, it's a statement. Marcus,
It is
F-15C.
definitely a statement.
I say put it above the F-14D.
So-
And
Yeah, kind of like me, not quite Desert Storm F-14 aura, but up there.
yeah, and move the F-14A below the F-15C, the Iranian one.
So you're moving the F-14A up?
To B.
The
He's saying to B.
Okay. Here?
well, move the Sandcat below the F-15C.
Here?
Yeah,
And you want to move this one back to A tier or keep it at top of B?
this should keep it at top of B.
All right. B and D and DJ. For the
I
paint
don't like them
jobs,
as much as the others.
the
Paint jobs are
Japanese paint
great.
jobs.
If we had a competition for some of the coolest schemes, Japan is gonna be a top contender every time.
But we're talking about
But
bigger picture.
unfortunately, the B, the D, and the DJ aren't as funny as some of the other things. I'd probably put it behind, maybe C tier, for now at least.
Yeah.
It's cool, but it's no Charlie, it's no A or E or EX or any of that.
For me, particularly with the upgrades Japan is going to be getting to their F-15 DJs, and the fact that I think this aircraft as a two-seat F-15 does not get the credit it deserves, I will put it above the F-15A, but it is not quite... okay, he'll go behind the F-14. He's cool. I think he's cool. And, for a lot of people, getting a ride in the back seat of that thing, it's pretty gnarly.
Yeah, unless you're an Air Force recruiter and, pull the funny handle. Anyway.
That's true.
yeah,
That happened, you're right.
yeah.
Oh, God. Ejectocito. Say it, Jamie.
Ejectocito, cup!
All right. Jingo. F-15
Above
BD.
the Gripen.
All right.
He's the unfortunate middle child between one of the best air dominance fighters and one of the best air-to-ground fighters ever made.
Completely
Good way of
agree.
putting it. Great way of putting it.
Mhm.
Marcus?
I feel sad for him, but I still like him.
Same.
Put it just behind the F-15A.
All right.
Yeah, it's an F-15, so
Now for what we've all been waiting for. We all have a friend who would probably kill us if we don't put it in S tier, but who cares?
Out of pure spite, I'm gonna put it on D because the EX is better in every way.
I'm just gonna jump to your tier list and do that. Okay, Chandler.
Strike Eagle, love it to death. One of my favorite things ever.
Rocketeers, baby.
Just to clarify, I love him too, but I put him there out of pure spite. I would have actually put him at C or B, but
Alright.
get D model.
He's going to D.
I don't care if it's there.
All right.
It's got to be an S tier. There's
Yeah.
there's no replacement for it ever.
Mm-hmm.
I don't feel like I don't
you
feel
also
like there's
gotta
any way
consider-
that you could ever get rid of the Strike Eagle.
I mean, there's the
in some form
Saudis
or
and
fashion.
the Israelis with their pretty incredible Ram, and I think it's the EQ for the Saudis. I forgot what it was.
EQ.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
pretty awesome. I mean, just I will find myself watching Growling Sidewinder videos on DCS, just enjoying watching the F-15 do its thing. It's incredible.
I mean, you got GWAT, you got Desert Storm,
And I will
you've
put it
got
above-
basically every
It's
conflict.
for me my first S tier. Like
It's been in basically every conflict for the past 40
I'm
years.
contemplating putting the Bombcat in S tier. I'm contemplating it. We might come back to you. I have a soft spot. I have a soft spot for you. Jingo already ranked his. Marcus. F-15E.
yeah, this one's an easy S tier for me too. It's like my favorite. It's my favorite older model of F-15, and that's not even that old in comparison to some of these.
Well, he's been around for a while in terms of old.
Yeah.
The Slam Eagle,
Old
not
enough to get
not one
upgraded.
that a lot of people know. Can you tell us a little bit about the Slam Eagle, Jammer?
So South Korea really loves to modify their planes, a lot like China or a lot of those less fortunate with the budget countries.
Mm-hmm.
But they hit it out of the park with this one. AGM-84 Slam on an Eagle, the ability to use harms.
Oh.
It's the E on crack, but not quite EX level.
So I assume
It
you're
is
putting
the
in
most logical. I'm gonna put him behind the E, but it is one of the most logical upgrades that they could have done, and they did a really good job with it. I love it to death.
So it's
I
kind
wish
of
it got more.
It's kind of the child between the EX and the E.
Yeah, that's part of what they modeled it after, if I remember correctly. But like, it's a great plane. It's not as legendary as the E, but I wish it got more time in people's heads. Like, it is one of the coolest things that South Korea's ever made.
I will also be putting him in S tier just because the Seed F-15. The Seed F-15. Come on. Jingo. Slam Eagle.
S tier radar goes f you.
Dude, it's got like an AZA, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
it does.
God.
He's like the middle. He's quite literally the middle child between the
E and the EX.
and the EX.
Slam Eagle.
Put it behind the E simply because it's it's not as famous,
But he deserves to be up there alongside him.
so it doesn't have
Alongside
yeah,
him.
it deserves to be alongside the ancestor, but there isn't as much of a soft spot there is all.
Yeah. And now we return to the strange Gripen. We return to the Gripen with the B, D, and F model, the two-seater. What are your thoughts on the Gripen B?
I honestly don't like these that much. The only one that gets a pass is the Brazilian one. He's very silly. I
Yeah,
love him.
They're working to put
But
it on
as
a
far
carrier,
as the
right?
rest of them, I don't remember. But they had a couple of really cool things that they did with it. So if we were talking about just the Brazilian one, it'd probably be right behind the A and C.
Mhm.
But
we're not talking
because
about
we're
it.
talking big picture, it's right before the Eurofighter.
Oh.
I do not like him as much.
So, for me, yeah, I don't care for him. I don't have as much spite as I do for the Eurofighter, but I cannot put him in the same tier as the F-15A, so he is going to D. Jingo. Gripen B. I think that explains it.
D model. I don't like him.
He's going to D tier.
I don't like him that much. If you're gonna get a 2-seat fighter, get a 16.
We'll get to
For
that.
real.
We'll get to that. Marcus, Grip and D.
I say low C tier, below the Eurofighter.
Now for the eagle that is not going to die. For the eagle that says, "Apes, do you want to live forever?" Sorry, I just watched Starship Troopers. Great movie. Great commentary on authoritarianism. Anyway, F-15EX. This made me like the eagle. I used to have it out for eagles. I thought they were annoying.
When
My-
missiles go burr.
Yeah, but my girlfriend, I was talking with her about it. She got me to really like the eagle. She made me aware of just.
I love the Eagle,
Yeah,
but it's no 16.
it's no.
And it
16,
never will
but
be.
Your S tier is gonna be full.
Yeah. It goes in S. It's funny, but it's no 16. The
above
16
or
has
below
my
the
heart,
Slam and
but
the E?
I'd put it above the Slam. Mainly because of the amount of ordnance that it can carry. But it's really funny. But again, like I said, it's no 16.
Yeah. I like the EX quite a lot. Like I said, my girlfriend really got me to see it. Like, I was not familiar with your game type energy. And I cannot say it is quite cool to me as much as the Persian cat. And I'd say it ties with the Gripen for me. I like it. I like it a lot. But as I read into Eagles, I came to like the old Strike Eagle more than the Eagle 2. Eagle 2 is awesome. It's awesome. I'm so glad it's on our side. I prefer the history behind the E. Until the EX does some funny stuff. It has. I like the APKWS integration. That's funny. But it's not quite there. Jingo. EX.
Above the F-14,
All right.
he's not quite Slam Eagle silly.
Yeah.
He's incredibly funny. I meant the Iranian one.
Oh, okay. Above Persian cat.
Yeah.
I just call it the Sand Cat.
Fair enough. Marcus, EX.
For the EX, I say below the F-14D, simply because it doesn't have as much of a reputation behind it as, the older variants of F-15. It doesn't have as much of a history at this point.
Yeah.
Ask me in a few decades and in my opinion, it'll change.